guys, John here, and I'm in Cologne, Germany for Europe's biggest tool show. This is one of my absolute favourite shows, and it's only every 2 years. It's called the Eisenwarenmesse, and it is 10 halls of tools. It's the biggest show I've ever been to. All the top brands are here, loads of brands you've never seen, and most importantly, loads of new tools and innovations to go and check out. And I've got here at first door so I can see as much as possible. Coming up this week, a full show of hot stuff or cold stuff. You'd expect it to be too hot to hold in your hands and burn you. That is impressive. I give Orbis will a brand new slogan. If anyone will, Orbis will. And I offer one of the best trades for a Zollstock you'll ever see. Can I trade you a bum bag for a Zollstock?
Can we trade?
Let's get into it. Knife through butter, that is. Some test, that, innit? Straight off the cutter and on your arm. Brave man. He's done it enough times, you can see, so he knows it works. That is pretty amazing, isn't it? It can go through. Multi-material saw, cuts wood and metal, and a nice cold cut as well, nice and square, so straight away you can weld it and not having to square off your cuts, or even there's no burrs on them. That's awesome. Looks smart, that does. Should I put it to the test and have a go myself? You gotta test it yourself, see if it is still cold. Yeah, little bit warm, but you'd expect that to be a nice big burn on your arm. I thought I'd end up with a brand in there. So this is the metal saw. So this is for doing box section, square. I can see it can even do some really thick bar. And then this is the multi-saw, isn't it?
Yeah, this is our multi-material unit.
Yeah. I had an Evolution cut-off saw, but it wasn't a 2-battery. So no, this has got even more power in it.
This is our cordless version. It's 36 volt. It's got 2 other 8 amp hour batteries on it. I've been using them all morning. One of them's full, one of them's gone down a bar. Right, so I'll give the multi-material a test, starting with a little bit of skirting. Can it cope with the basic? You know, every miter saw needs to be able to cut some timber. So it's light work for this saw on a normal bit of timber. Next up, timber with nails. Tell you what, you wouldn't even know there were nails in that. It just goes through exactly the same, which is pretty. That is good for chopping up firewood. And can it cut this? This is some chunky steel here that you've got ready. Is that hot as well, or? That'll be cold, will it? Don't want to risk it without picking it up there. It's warm, but you'd expect it to be too hot to hold in your hands and burn you. So that is impressive, and a lovely square cut, ready to go. That is spot on. And they're really reasonable, these as well, aren't they, the Evolution saws? This is why I really like the Evolution brand. It's good value, top quality stuff, but not unaffordable. Brilliant. Thanks very much. And that is a bit of a standout for me. It's the R260 DCT Li. I saw this where they matched it up against some of its nearest rivals, and it absolutely knocked it out of the park. This thing was the big winner, not just on the value of it and the price point, which is amazing, but also the quality of it and how much it could cut, how powerful it was. It's got this nice watertight section for 2 batteries, so you're using it outside without worrying about your batteries getting damaged, because obviously you've got a hose pipe attachment for it to keep the dust down. I'd love to give this a proper test out, to be fair, because it also does take the bower batteries, which I've already got some of, so I don't have to go and buy more batteries for it, which is a big selling point for me when it comes to Evolution. You don't have to get extra batteries, which is awesome. Yeah, I'm actually familiar with the multi-cut-off saw. I've used that before.
Yep.
But what's new from Evolution?
Quite a lot of range of blue products that we're launching this year. So we have a cordless range over there, an angle grinder, and a CPS chop saw. This is our latest, this is our mitre chop saw. So a couple of things like the constant speed cut. We've got a new Evo Max blade, which gives you around 30% extra blade life. And it's something that we integrate into a sort of more industrial sector. So someone who's really going to concentrate driving steel cutting, this cold cut technology is where we're looking. So we've got the mitre chop saw, we've got a chop saw light, which is a product that's been in America. It's one of our best sellers in America. We've also got a couple of circ saw options as well that we're bringing to the range as well. So we're expanding our blue portfolio products.
Yeah, I like it, yeah.
We're still family owned.
Yeah.
We care about the people who sell our products to, and we're expanding, but we concentrate on cutting. So our main focus is cutting. So rather than having a plethora of products that you can get everywhere, we concentrate on stuff that matters.
Really dial it in and do it well.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I'm loving the new rebranding, by the way. You've switched things up since last time I was visited an Evolution booth.
Quite risky, really, in all honesty, but I think the team have done a really good job of it. So we want to care about the people that cut products. So, not only just cutting things for the sake of it, but building what matters. And that's what we try and drive in every product. So are you going to buy something that's going to have an impact to your life? And that's what we're talking about with our products now.
Oh, I love it. And they're in Sheffield. So when we do that tool capital of England, which is Sheffield, might have to stop by Evolution.
Home of steel.
It is.
City of steel.
Absolutely, City of Steel. Thanks very much. The rolling drawer box, super deep. That's the first time I've seen that one. That is a massive box with the lock on the corner. And they've got the other rolling drawer box down there, 3 drawer. That's the only one I've not seen though, the super deep. Tell you what, this looks very smart, doesn't it? This cabinetry from Toughbuilt. That is something else we've not really quite looked at before. I don't think we saw this at the Screwfix show. Nice. Intuitive, no one's shown me. Worked it out. This side looks even better. So this is a wider table. Folds up, attaches to the same kind of brackets on the side. Oh, that's quite nice. That's just like any height you need it to get it level. You just squeeze that. It's like a friction leg. I suppose on uneven ground, that's going to be very handy. If I do an updated top accessories, that is going on the list. That is awesome. Folds down nice and out of the way too, even for such a solid surface. Doesn't kind of latch to the side, but it's nice and flush into the box. Doesn't seem to make it too much wider, just about 2 inches. Look at that, you can have a full set of shelves down the side of your box. I'd say it'd be good to take camping. It's like a full piece of furniture for in your tent, especially if you have one of those long ones on both sides. And then the wooden top, that's cool. So if you put the wooden top on, it's flush with these sides. That's quite smart. You know, when you talk about overthinking your booth, every time we've been to an exhibition, I've always overthought how we set up the stand. But this is genius. They've got 2 trestles and a nice chunk of sanded down OSB, 28mm, and it's just the job that is. That is literally all you need. And every time I'm doing a booth, I'm always thinking, oh, what should I do? Should it be this? Should it be that? Should it be the other? I'm just having some OSB and trestles. We looked at one of these in America, the Ram board cutter, multi-board cutter. It's got like a utility blade held on in reverse so you can cut sheet material without scratching the floor. Pretty cool. I wonder if they've got any of them Lego pliers from the year before last.
Shadow phone.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's it, yeah.
I've seen you on YouTube.
All right, brilliant.
So what we've done is taken laser level using existing battery platforms and made it compatible. So this is the laser.
Yeah.
This is running on a Metabo battery currently. But what we do is we supply it with adapters.
Yeah.
So that's your laser. You, depending on which battery manufacturer you use, slide the relevant adapter on and then slide your battery on. It's got pendulum lock, so when it's in the van, it's all locked, it's all protected.
Yeah.
And then you unlock it and the unit will self-level. Turn it on, you'll have horizontal in 360. Press the laser button again, you'll have the 360 on the left, and then you'll have it again. So you've got cross on the floor, you see that there? You'll have a cross above, you'll have one here, one here, one here, and one here. So it's sort of the 360 or a multi-line laser. But what we're pushing is using the existing batteries.
Of course, yeah.
It's also got a fine adjustment. So if you set it up over this fixed point here, you can use this as a fine adjustment, and you see the vertical line moves.
Oh, that's good, yeah, rather than having to kind of...
But it stays exactly over that point. So the idea is the base pivots,
Yeah.
so round a point.
Yeah.
So it just saves a lot of time, saves a lot of manual work. And then that's your magnetic bracket. So if you feel the strength of them. So rare earth magnets on there. Obviously you put a big laser on, it's got to be able to hold it.
Yeah, yeah.
Fine adjustment, so you can use that to adjust the plate.
Yeah.
So just maximising functionality really.
Nice, nice. What is the RRP of that then, or this kit, or what? You got
So in a box like this,
Yeah.
you're probably looking at about 429 plus the VAT.
Right, okay.
You know, as you go up, you get more functionality basically. This is a really popular product at the moment. So this is Supercross laser pocket.
Yeah.
Okay, designed to go in the front of your pouch on your work trousers. Unique design, so you pop the legs out.
Yeah. I love it already. Yeah. 1/4 inch thread, love it.
Still got the pendulum lock.
Yeah.
So still protecting the pendulum. It's lithium ion, but it's also green beam.
Wow. That's awesome. That is really compact. And what's the range on that?
Is depending on the light conditions, but up to 40 meters.
Up to 40 meters.
Yeah. If I ping it, stick it here, you see it on the wall there? So it's a bright laser.
Perfect. Same thickness line as well as the 360 one.
Yeah, see it there? So just stuck it on the table.
I love it.
But that's a good bit of
What's
kit.
that go for? What's the price of that? We always like to know the
You have
price.
to bear with me with the list prices, but I think it's about £49 plus the VAT.
Yeah, I'm loving it. I was hoping you weren't going to say about 80, 90, 100 quid, but 50 quid.
Yeah.
That is brilliant. I love it.
So the products, the housing is made from at least 85% recycled plastic.
Yeah.
So we're trying to extend the product life cycle. If your laser gets dropped and it smashes, you can get it recalibrated, get the glass repaired.
I love it. I definitely love that. That is my favourite. Thanks very much for showing me, Sam.
Cheers.
Where can I get one?
Lots of retailers in the UK will have them, but watch the space, you'll see even more.
Yeah, brilliant. Now, from one measurement tool to another, let me tell you about a British-made measurement tool I've been sent that's pretty amazing. But for this one, I need to be outside. So let me show you the Moasure 2 Pro. This is a fantastic measurement device. It's a very small little tool that connects to your phone and allows you to measure large areas. So this is great for estimating, quoting, planning. So let me give you a quick demonstration. So all you have to do is slip it into the end of the monopod, rotate the tool to turn it on. I've got my phone open on the app and it instantly connects. So I'm going to start in this corner. Once it knows it's flat on the floor, it gives you 6 seconds that you can walk. And once it gets to the yellow bar, you just pop it down on the floor, it'll take that reading, and then it allows you to do 6 seconds more walking. So I go to there. But if you get to a corner before 6 seconds, like here, you just pop it on the floor, and the Moasure knows that you're measuring a point. And then I come back to this corner, pop it on the floor, and it's beeping to remind me that it's at the point where I need to put it down, and then back to this corner. And there we go, it's matched up nicely. It's measured all 5 sides. It's given me 27.37 meters squared, and it's given me a 0.7 accuracy. So if I'm trying to quote for laying down aggregates, or how much stone do I need, how much tarmac do I need, how much concrete do I need, and I'm trying to quote for that, this is so quick, and you can do all sorts of shapes. You can do much larger shapes than this, really awkward shapes, and it'll give you a downloadable drawing and also quickly give you the meter squared. So if you're interested in a Moasure 2 Pro, I'll put a link in the description where you can go and grab one, check it out, and let me know in the comments if you pick one up. Right, with that being said, let's get back to the show. If you need to pump up a door, you can use a Winbag, much more compact, quite small, put it under a door, lift it up, get things into position. Quite like a Winbag. There's a little bit of a hack product if you need to make your life easier, and it's great value as well. Love a Winbag. So if you're trying to square up a window rather than using packers, you still need packers when you're putting screws in, obviously, but if you're just trying to adjust it, get it set, maybe you love expanding foam, you can use these bags to really quickly just level things out, but really small increments, very, very small amount of air in there. You can get things perfectly level, which is awesome. Made in Denmark too, so we can add that to the tools made in Denmark list, which isn't very long, but another one to add to it. Well, that's worked out perfectly. Just been looking at the Winbag products, and they've seen the channel, they know about 5, and we've got 5 little mini Winbags for the giveaway. So you know what to do. Drop a comment down below, make sure you're subscribed, show Winbag some love while you're at it. We'll put a link down below, and yeah, you'll be in the mixer for a little Winbag Mini, which I think is perfect for a little compact kit to have in your toolkit. If you're lifting a door off or a window, you're on your own, this in your toolkit is an absolute winner. And they also hooked me up with this big 250 kilo version. Not much more expensive, to be fair, but this thing can lift 250 kilos, so that is something to put to the test in the future. Happy days. Right, let's keep going. Oh, that is a very familiar looking box, isn't it? Is that a combination between Packout and Klein mod box? The Raider Pro toolbox. Always like looking at a toolbox, always like discovering another one. Raider Pro, eh? I don't know if I need it in my collection. Looks very familiar, but there you go, Raider Pro. I like it. Nothing says solid tools like solid tools. I like it. It kind of reminds me of the Dolphin brand. So these are all Polish made trowels and scrapers and rollers and sponges. Where'd you make them? Where are you from?
Our location is Turkey.
Turkey, right, okay.
You see better bench prices on this side.
He wasn't wrong. He said you can see better bench prices on this side. I don't think I've ever seen any like that before. The only problem is you'd be afraid to use them. You wouldn't want to use it made out of marble.
No, that's just because you have more space. If you're working on it and you always have to open it like that, then there you just have to take your tools from there. And the thing is, you can open all of them and it won't move.
Solid. Yeah, nice. MOB is a brand I'm sure I've seen, and I think we saw it in France, but I didn't realise they were all made in France. Or mostly made in France, and then also wider Europe a little bit.
Yeah, and the good thing is you can put your power tools, you have something there to push your things, and then just close it. And then you see the electricity just there, and so you can charge it, even if it's closed.
Yeah. One padlock locks the whole box and all of the drawers. I quite like that aspect of it too. It looks less of a temptation than a normal roll cab with all of the drawers. Obviously they are locked drawers, but this feels like the whole thing, it's like a safe on wheels with one big old padlock on that one hasp. That is cool.
I see you on YouTube quite a bit and do all of your stuff out there with your shadow phone. You're very good on YouTube and everything's out there.
Thanks very much. Well, I think we have found the winning drill bit. That is the longest one. That is to go through to the next house. That's if you want to hang a TV on the wall in next door's wall. That is an absolute beast, that, isn't it? Don't think it'd go in your standard SDS drill, but I was just admiring this drill bit and I'm just really intrigued. What are they for? You know, and I also saw you've been going since 1643, which is a long time for making drills.
Guillet is a family-owned company based in France, and we produce such impact tools for generations, and they are dedicated to stone blocks or concrete, and also renovation.
How long is that? It looks about 10 feet.
The longest one we have here is 3.5 meters.
Right, okay.
They can go up to 5.5 meters long.
Wow. Right, okay, so it's for reinforcement, not drilling for oil.
Not for oil, they should be longer even.
Yeah. No, it's impressive.
The shank is SDS Max.
Yeah. Right, so it will actually go in a normal, a big hammer drill.
Well-known brands.
Yeah. Well-known brands, yeah.
All over the world.
So this is Guillet, is that how you spell it?
Guillet is the family name of
the family blacksmith. He was probably making armor back in 1643.
Yeah, and we still produce similar tools, the same as 200 or 300 years ago.
Amazing. Well, thank you very much for showing us. I appreciate it. It's clever, isn't it? It's a little level that clips onto a 32 to 35mm pipe to get your pipe level, rather than trying to magnet one to something that's not magnetic, like plastic pipe. That's cool, I like it. Ebisu diamond, Japanese. That's one country I want to go to, Japan. See what tools they've got, but that is very, very nice levels. And even pink bubbles, fill your boots, pink bubble level. is like a multi-function screwdriver head with the various blades that go in it, but it's got a volt detector built in. Wow, so this is actually really, really cool. I'm really impressed with this. So this is like a two-way switch. The light's off, you think there's no power. The beauty of this little thing is it's not like a traditional neon screwdriver, it's just lighting up. It's actually vibrating in my hand. Just a fine little vibration, but it is far more likely to get your attention. Because if you're working, you're working quite fast, you're definitely going to miss a little light. With a normal terminal screwdriver with a little LED and a little voltage, you're easily going to, the light's glowing, but look how dim it is. But that vibration, I think that is next level. That is really, really cool. I love it. When did you release this product? Is it new?
It's total new. We started with the sales in April, so we have it in stock, so we do show in the show.
Yeah,
2 weeks it's available in the stock and you can buy it every time in the UK.
Amazing, I love it. That is really cool. Well, thanks very much for showing me, Anton.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
You will test it again when you're home?
Yeah, you
show
sure?
it. Yeah, sure.
Oh, amazing, right. So he's giving me one. I'll give this a proper test at the workshop. Could have done with one of those for the pink toolkit. These are really interesting, like these kind of like gift sets or kind of introduction to the brand sets.
Our promo boxes, right?
Yeah.
And this one is brand new.
Yeah.
And we especially designed it for everybody. So you, me, at home.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's we took it out of production a bit early.
Yeah.
So it's got that rough edges.
Right, okay.
Not like the
like
smooth
fully
edges.
milled.
Right,
yeah.
right. And the handle is not lacquered or something like that. It's just...
Okay, yeah, so it's a bit simpler.
Yeah, right.
One hand, let's have a look. Light work, nice. Yeah, nice big tap in a big chunk of box section. Oh, you're supposed to wind it in, wind it in, wind it back. It's supposed to be one wind forward, one wind back. Tell you what, it's got quicker, hasn't it, tapping and dying. Do that every time.
Wow, the glass is clean.
You can't put that in either. I just nearly went through the glass there. Nice and clean. Yeah. Call back to COVID times, this, isn't it? He's in his own booth. Like it? What a beast of a step drill that is. Have you been using that all day? Is that what you've done this lovely little cheese grater with? Look at that, piece of art. Oh, well, thank you for showing us. That is a very cool flight case. That's the standout. Max case is made in Italy, and then like a backpack style. Nice cabin bag. Great, that would be great for camera equipment. Actually put it on your back, rather than your traditional kind of like 15-10 style. You have that and that. You can get them both on the plane and have all your camera equipment or tools protected. That in particular, I'm taking a photo of that. There you go, you can see the clear distinction between the Bosch Pro stuff and the Bosch Green. Never seen that much Bosch Green in one place. That little fold-out level that I've got is the only Bosch Green tool, and that's not here, that must have been long gone. But I do like Bosch Pro tools. You have some nice stuff. That's a tool I wouldn't mind trying. I love a multi-tool. It's not got a cable shear on it, but a bit ergonomic.
I'm going to get my friend Peter here as well. Yeah, who's going to assist me in this, let's call it like this video.
Look, team effort, I love it.
Exactly, it is. Like, he's like our veteran in this company. He stands for the products, he lives for the products.
Nice to meet you, Peter, the OG, the veteran, I like it.
The OG man, exactly. So this is like one bunch of our electrical products here. Yeah. It's brand new.
It's nice.
It is. So
is this made in France?
Yes. These are actually like our own factories, to be very honest. So we actually innovate all products produced like in-house and distributed like in-house.
Yeah. It's because this is usually a very expensive tool, isn't it?
Well, no, yeah.
From Knipex, you may be...
Yeah, of course, Knipex, our neighbor, to be very honest.
Oh, so you in Soligen?
And we are actually like based in Schwelm, our main quarter.
Oh, your main?
Exactly, the main quarter.
In Germany.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
So we're based like very near to Knipex, which is actually like based near Solingen. and Wuppertal. You know, like the whole region is very known
for tools.
Exactly.
Of course.
Exactly. This is like our brand new hammer, which is also like going to be launched like in the upcoming 2 to 3 months maximum. So pre-orders are like skyrocketed. We just more or less like showed and introduced it last week on the rooftop exhibition here in Koln as well, locally. Pretty much like unique on the market. Like for
what makes it unique?
The ergonomical like use. It's very like let's call it light. Exactly. So the weight is one of the biggest advantages and the benefits. And the other one is, that you are able to pull like the nails out this way. So you don't need like any further tool or additional tool here.
I think it was this style of hammer that we were looking at in Dunkirk with the supports down the side. And it's a bit like a vintage, like classic design with the extra.
Exactly.
I like it. Classic Peddinghaus French-made hammer. I like it. Right, well, we best get on. Cool. Thanks very much. If we were ever going to have shadow foam pliers and tools, it'd be Orbis Will that would be able to make them. Or possibly MWS, because they make for Milwaukee. Let's have a quick look. German-made pliers with your own custom handles and styles. Shadow foam colorway. If anyone will, Orbis will. That should be the brand. Your brand, our mission's good, but where there's an Orbis will, there's a way. It could be better. So all of these can be like white labeled, so you can have all of these with your own colorway, color handle, brand engraving, and then even packaging like packs of 4. I like it. So this is a pretty cool booth and a bit of a good example of what you'll find at Eisenwarenmesse. So Giant is a tape measure manufacturer and they've got a huge range of top window tape measures, LED tape measures. They've got this quirky little one, I like this, with a little writing pad on the front. And then press the button. It's quite nice to make notes on. All different lengths of tape measures, all different colours of tape measures and sizes. And this is where you kind of find the tape measure you want and then private label it, get your own brand on there, if you're prepared to order 3,000 of them. But pretty cool. I think the standout for me has got to be that. I don't think I've ever seen a tape measure with a little writing pad on the front. Maybe not as practical as some of the other options, but definitely the quirkiest. I think that is the standout for me though. I've had a look through all the tape measures and there are a lot of options, but a 3 meter, relatively compact window tape. So essentially this is for measuring internals. So if you just picture you're measuring the width of a window gap, you can basically go from the edge of this tape measure to the end of the tape and then you can get a much more accurate reading from the top window. And I'm thinking that would be perfect for measuring the drawers in toolboxes. When you're trying to measure the width, measure front to back, what a handy little tape that is. And hopefully in red with the Shadow Foam logo. Should I get them on the merch page? Let me know in the comments. Well, that is the winner. Just looking at some budget-friendly German tools, Bruddermannsmann, I discovered these. They're wooden tool coffer, and I've had a few bits of Bruddermannsmann over the years. It's like entry-level tools, good quality. Like, look at this. Full set of nice ball-end Allen keys, and then 1/4-inch bits, full pouch full. He told me that was $14.99 RRP. That full pouch of stuff, which I think is great. $14.99 or $19.99, but either way, it's a bargain. And then a bit of a new product that's going to be around the same price point, with what's that, 5, 10, 11 Weira attachments, and that'll be around the same price. So German brand, Bruddermannsmann. Obviously they're Chinese tools, but they're much more budget friendly. So nice variety of stuff, top level, mid level, entry level. You find it all at Eisenwarenmesse. Happy days, let's keep going. Something else you see at Eisenwarenmesse is brands you've never seen before. Exhibit A, Heist Pro, power tool brand. Looks nice, professional tools, full range of tools. Never seen that before in the UK. Let's have a look. Is this supposed to be like an F1 challenge? You just whiz all the nuts off? Is that the idea? What are your top products? What's your new products? Because I can see you've got all the standard circular saw, drill, jigsaw.
Exactly, for cement, for like wood, for steel, everything you need. And also, the main thing is they're cordless. So, for example, I can show you this product.
That's a beastie, isn't it?
Even
big jackhammer.
Exactly. It's cordless, so without any
support. Great.
It has 2 different batteries. 1 inch, 4,000 torque.
Yeah, it feels like sturdy stuff.
Yeah.
We're going a fresh one. It feels like a nice quality thing, I like it.
And it also has like a braced safety.
Yeah.
If it jumps, it stops automatically.
Oh, that's good, yeah. Very good. Well, thanks for showing me. That is a very cool little 1/4 inch driver, a bit disproportionate, the handle to the steel. Cool little thing. Matador, another factory that we visited when we were in Wuppertal. That's a nice little kit, isn't it? This is the dream. We love Bosch, L-Box, and we love Kubrick. They've got the link together here. Right, Sheffield steel, I like it. Right, so how long has it been going for, Duplex, Durham Duplex? 1910. I thought if you're making stuff in Sheffield, you've probably got a long history behind you. And what's your standout products in this? What's your most popular stuff?
So basically it's the Stanley type trimming blades.
Right, okay, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because you've got a couple of, like, that's a kind of like a bill hook blade. You don't often see that one, do you?
Concave hook.
Yeah, I like it. And then what's this? Is this like a Accutech? Is that an American?
Yeah, they were agents for them in the UK and EU.
Yeah, that one feels very weighty.
Yeah.
I do love the Kirshen stuff, particularly these chrome chisels are a thing of beauty. And again, another little Wuppertal special. We went to the factory, the Kirshen factory, or at least outside of it. Got some nice promotional items. Founders Black Edition, 20mm. You'd never want to use it. I do love stuff like this. I like collecting good tools, but you get that, you're not going to want to use it. A 4-in-1 new product, let's have a look.
Yes, that's right. So everyone knows the traditional cable stripper. This has a big working range from 4 up to 28mm. You can remove the outside insulation of round cables.
Yeah. Steel wire armor.
Yeah, but beside the round cables, often we also have flat cables.
Yeah.
So that's why we have our advanced cable stripper, the 4-in-1 cable stripper for flat and round cables.
Yeah.
With this tool, you can remove the outside insulation of a flat cable. Easily here you can make a longitudinal cut. Yeah. And in the second step, you can also remove the complete insulation and open up the sheath. So
oh wow, you did a nice neat job of that. That looks
any
great.
flat cable we can open and even strip the wires as well.
Yeah, and it's not gone through to the inner insulation at all. That's great.
Yeah, so absolutely. You can adjust it here, the cutting depth, so that you will never cut too deep, but that you will always cut enough.
Just enough, yeah.
And you can also strip the inner wires. For example, here with 1.5mm, insert it, strip it. And also for the round cables, of course, we can use the same tool to use it like this.
Oh,
Installation is opened. So this means with only one tool, we are covering flat and round cable strippers with different diameters, and even we are able to strip the wires.
Yeah,
so
I like
that's
it.
our 4-in-1 all-in-one package.
Nice, cool. And I can see you make it out of your green line material as well, right?
That's right. So this is our flyer from the 4-in-1 cable stripper, and also we have the green tool, the sustainable solution. That's one of the novelties for this year. And also we have a nice PV set for the solar installation. We have a complete kit where you can strip the PV cable, where you can crimp the PV cable. You have a nice scissors to cut the wires, and even mounting keys for the MC4 connectors.
Yeah, nice.
That's all in one here. And beside that, of course, we offer a wide range of cable strippers, wire strippers for all kind of cables.
That's good. Wire stripper with an LED on it.
Yeah.
We're adding LEDs to every tool now. I think that could be a video in itself. Tools with lights on. That's very cool. Yeah, and it's USB charged, which is good. USB-C, rather than having to try and squeeze a battery in there and it's dying on you. I love it. Brilliant. Well, thanks very much for showing me, Daniel.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Always love seeing a flight case, a new brand, Spectre Mano. But what I don't like to see, no, pick and pluck foam. So this stuff is good good for about 5 minutes. When you first get your new case, you put your things in it, but it doesn't last long. If you've got a case like this, or a toolbox, or you've got a modular toolbox and you want to upgrade it, that is what Shadow Foam's for. What is Shadow Foam? Well, it's my product. I developed it 13 years ago, and it's multi-layer foam in 9 colours, and you can replace shoddy pick and pluck foam like this really easily. How does Shadow Foam work? Well, you just lay out your tools, cut around them, peel back layers, and then create an ultimate tool organizer that lasts a lot longer. It'll last you a lifetime. It's much more durable, and you've got dual color too, so you can see where everything is. You can see when something's missing. So if you want some Shadow Foam, head over to shadowfoam.com. You can get inserts for every toolbox on the market. You can get large sheets, you can get multi-packs, and we've got free shipping in the UK and cheap shipping internationally. So head over to shadowfoam.com. I'll put a link in the description. Get your toolbox organized today. But we'll spin a wheel. Hopefully it lands on a Zollstock, because that's what maybe you can trade me a zippered pouch for a Zoll. Wow, bum bag. Well, we like a bum bag in the UK. You don't have any Zollstocks, do you?
It's a mirror tape.
Oh, I like that, but the folding Meterstab. Yeah, 2 Meterstab. I like tape measures. We all like tape measures. This. Can I trade you a bum bag for a Zollstock?
Can we trade that? Can we trade? We can trade.
Yes, fantastic. Thank you very much. I thought there was a frog spawn in the bottom of that, but it's actually levels. It's kind of got the glow of frog spawn, hasn't it? It looks like you've got tadpoles growing. That looks really cool.
We're thinking about introducing some live animals.
I would. Yeah, absolutely. There we go. Second Zollstock we found on the trip. That is a very cool knife. I like that a lot. That is something I would love to have a Shadow Foam logo on it. Very thin, solid steel body. It's got a pry bar, little nut spinner or little nut driver wrench thing on the end here. It's not a ratcheting tool, it kind of locks down in place. It's very, very solid. And then that's like a black galvanized model with a little red anodized nut, and then this is like stainless steel. They're really cool. Oh, nice, thank you. Oh, thank you, I like it. So there we go, that is the end of the first day, and if you can believe it, that is only 1 haul, and there are actually 10 full hauls. 2 of them have got 2 floors, which is pretty mental. So there's loads to see, and if you want to see the rest of it, you got to make sure you subscribe, because I'm coming back next week to show you day 2. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you click the notifications bell, and make sure you drop a comment, because we do have an amazing giveaway on this video, and there are 5 chances to win, and all you've got to do is comment. Big thanks to this video sponsor, Moasure. If you're interested in a Moasure 2 Pro, I'll put a link down in the description where you can go and get one. But just to whet your appetite for next week, here's a little teaser. Could I test one? These can cut Shadow Foam quite well. I think that is an absolute winner.
Oh, guys! 3, 2, 1.
That is a very serious 105mm spanner. Hello. That is pretty handy. See you next time.
Thank you. Bye-bye.